Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV.
Good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. It's a special Sunday edition. We live around the world. We live in Africa. We live in Asia. We live in Europe. We also live in America. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is, with all due respect, exclusive interview with Evelyn, aka Serwaa Broni. If you're watching me this evening, I would like to say welcome to the most authoritative, most authentic, most informative, most educative platform on the planet right now. We are live on Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV. We are streaming live on Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV. We are also live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook. Loud Silence TV on Facebook. We are streaming live on Loud Silence TV on YouTube. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. With all due respect, it's our main page. With all due respect, it's our main page on Facebook. NDC TV is also picking us live tonight. They're cross-posting across the world on Facebook. 1957 Project. They are also live this evening, picking this feed across the world. Benjamin Wayo Mahama, his page on Facebook is also streaming this show live across the world on Facebook. Ghanaian Citizen TV are also live this evening, picking the feed for you. We also have Honorable Joseph Yamin's page on Facebook, picking this show live, streaming live, cross-posting across the world. HopeX TV and radio are also live tonight. If you're here tonight, it's simple. It's the most exclusive interview with the most exclusive lady, the talked about lady in Ghana, in Canada right now. Her name is Evelyn Addo. I think that's her full name. Most people know her as Serwaa Broni. Tonight, we will be talking to her about her ordeal, what she went through as a Ghanaian living in Canada. We will be speaking to her about her relationship with the president. We'll be asking her questions about people involved in what happened to her. Were some big people in Ghana involved in trying to talk her out of this? Tonight's show is dedicated to all women who have gone through a lot of things, especially through harassment, through relationships. We also want to talk to Ghanaians about how people who have power today abusing their office. This has got to do with the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. It's got to do with the national security. It's got to do with very important personalities in Ghana. Some kings, some chiefs, some very important dignitaries, doctors. A lot of people involved in this conversation. And I know you would like to hear all the facts on this platform. Remember that this show is not targeted at anyone. This show is specifically to inform, to also give our women, young girls, women who have gone through the same ordeal, to also have that courage, that strength to also come out and tell us their story. Lots and lots of women, especially Ghanaian women, are going through a lot of things behind the scenes. This interview is an interview which basically is to empower or give voice to women around the world, and especially Ghana, to also show up. In fact, I can tell you this. We have about 16 women on standby, willing to come on camera to tell us their story too. We have about 16 women who are ready to also come on camera, to tell us their story. So it's not going to end today. Remember, we might be having one exclusive every month. We'll be talking to a few women on this platform concerning harassment, concerning men using the little power they have to intimidate them. Some end up getting some psychological problems. Others are still nursing their problems. Others are holding up tight. It's not easy. If we're here tonight watching me, I would like to say thank you very much. And I also want to say thank you to Evelyn for deciding to grant this interview. It's not been easy for her in these few months. I know you've not been in her position. Most of you have not been in her position before. All that I would like to say as the CEO and the host of this platform is that we would like to say thank you to her for deciding to grant this interview. It's not easy. I know she's not going to have it easy today. It's not going to be easy for her. She's going to try and recollect things. But the Evelyn we know is a very tough woman. We all saw the threat. We all saw the kind of things people said on social media. the deliberate misinformation and maligning of her character. But she has still stood firm to make sure that the truth and what she knows and believes in comes out today. You have heard her before on Facebook Live. Tonight, she will be here to tell you in her own words some details majority of the people don't know. When the incident happened, what happened at the CID headquarters. Madam Tiwa was the CID boss then. Did anything happen? When Hobson Addo entered the police headquarters, what did he say? Did he admit to entering the hotel room of Evelyn and her friend? We'll be playing audios. Today, we'll be showing pictures. Today, we will be making sure we stay within the confines of the rules and regulations that, in fact, checks social media and platforms around the world. If you are expecting nude photos, videos, then you'll be disappointed. But what you will hear tonight, what you will hear on this platform tonight will shock you. It will shock every single honest, rational Ghanaian listening to me. It's got to do with the women in Ghana. It's got to do with women coming out to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult one, but we will make sure at the end of the day, the truth prevails. If anyone has any other views, anyone thinks they have any other facts apart from what the lady who went through the ordeal, he or she can put it out there. That's why we are in an open world. You can also come out and put your facts across. This show is with all respect extended version exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni. Enyumbre wutie mi amedin Eddie Kevin Akobedu Taylor. Show way with all respect extended version yedi free United States of America Eddie Bro Enyumbre na jumadi normally Sundays aya wontai enhume ewo eye platform we so anase eye TV so na alikodi ntia mo ha Enyumbre ni say yene Evelyn Serwaa Broni ebedi nkomo obeka eye nsema anase asama eto no atoyere nchema eto no abra one omampanyin Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado enya eye nketahu anase omukọ relationship bim yebeko details no the first time eye pictures bar outside anase Serwaa Broni eti the presidential jet mu no eye nsembebre ebi mu ba bonten beka say eye jet no ana pictures no a fake pictures ebi mu so beka say Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado ennim Serwaa Broni bebia nipa dodo na asebio almost social media and Ghana no majority of them have said, and those who are in support of the government and the President Act, they have come out every single day say Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado does not know Serwaa Broni. Has Ekufuado ever texted her? Do we have phone numbers of Ekufuado showing that he texted Serwaa Broni? Do we have the facts? Is Serwaa Broni going to tell us the details? There are so many things behind the scenes that Ghana for Dodono and Shada Inim. Enyumre we see the boat say or near Bekasa akano create a room nyina achre Ghana for. Our semi mamutinyo maybe ase. Yene Serwaa Broni lawyers omo Ghana ene Canada edin komo. Now we are going to stay within a year rules omudiamaye. You have to understand that this issue has its own twist, or international twist. It has its own legal twist. There are a few people who will be facing the law. And her legal team, especially those in Canada, are very strict about what we put out today. So, as the CEO of Loud Silence TV and media, I will do my possible best to stay within that guidelines they've given us. But we'll make sure, say, Enyumbre Serwaa Broni will go straight forward and tell us the facts. Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado, one Serwaa Broni etwempra, onimuno. We ene nsembia yepese yetiasi na yehu. Na sebio why ena oma national security ekotwe tu e wo Serwaa Broni ene ne nyonko eso. Why ene wura Serwaa Broni e hotel a ode ne nsakokeka ne nyama. Why ena na ewo ho obi agi sika e wo Serwaa Broni dimu. Nkomo bi ekọ ekire amanfo bi ekọgi sika anase omogi sika ka se ye de be pata Serwaa Broni. Ende ye be bodin ende ye be keka nsem. I think the first time Serwaa Broni a year Facebook Live, there were a lot of things she did not talk about because she felt to say the people who betrayed her and I say they were going to come in their senses to talk to her or apologize for all that they did. But who say on a legal team who say those people don't respect or no oye nipa anka oya hwere ne nkwa ene eye relationship ano on mo nti and the why na dwen say edin bi amonti bi da yebebo bi edin bi wo ha nsem bi esi ya sebio ontiye ende ose obeka no ha na meka no brofum say so ye Ghana ni na say wadwene ose nwumbre obehwe pono ana obehwe naked videos ana pictures ende medi hwamo social media YouTube emma ho kwan say yede eye obi naked picture ana say video ebeto so ebi obko dark web wona ebetuma aba ho ene de mini hu control ebi on nam YouTube baby ana say Facebook na ko hu sa video na eno no Loud Silence Media we don't have control over that ebia obi ena akoye na ade no dakoto nti if you see videos of maybe nipa ebo mu din bi wa bontenia we have nothing to do with it, but this platform we respect the rules of the game nti we will never post nude videos and I say pictures amobi, but in case it's out there on the dark web and I say on the internet somewhere, we have nothing to do with it. And you bring at the Kodientia show we now starting exactly 8 p.m. Ghana time no yenu anom Muslim for omo yeden omo ombegu chiriano and I say omo the end chiriano beba end our Ghana at 9 p.m. In Kaka Thursday say we will take our time and wait for our brothers and sisters for them to finish their salah and I said their final prayer of the day. Sene beya ye nyina no ye betumi edi nkomo. So who menim wa ha enwbre e nkomo ene ye bedi. Ye be kire nsem. Ye be kan nsem. I need to send this message first. This interview is a straightforward 1 hour 10 minute interview. No phone calls. After the interview, the show ends. Just 1 hour 10 minutes. So I need to let you understand. The interview will start exactly at 9 p.m. But before that, I want Ghanaians to understand the say, this show is sponsored by you. If you're watching me across the world, in Ghana, in Africa, in Asia, I'd like to tell you that this platform, this show, is sponsored by you. The reason why I say it's sponsored by you is because you are the ones donating to sustain this TV, donating to sustain this platform. So if you're watching me tonight and you want to see more of these exclusive interviews, which I promise you will be bringing you a lot, you just have to donate to support Loud Silence TV, donate to support this production. You can do that on MTN Momo through 05588930032. 05588930032. MTN Momo. You can see it up there. Also America and Europe. You can send through a PayPal and a Cash App. The name now was KTWADR. KTWADR. Today we will be very busy blocking a lot of people on this platform. Because we want people to concentrate and watch today's show. For those watching us across the world, more questions be moved to me. The questions now, but when I see and I think it's fit to ask Serwaa Broni and ask Evelina, I would do my possible best to ask her. So if you have some question be a air border or per se Serwaa Broni be yano, and let me tell you this: some of the questions be crabby to me from me ho. Or who said question is against the lawyers are catching Canada, she might skip it. But I think majority of the time, or be answer almost all the questions that we will be posing to her. In we are here to talk about harassment. In some ebia we Ghana ni bibi santo danti ubehuni say Serwaa Broni and asa Evelyn and aboni trimu po say obeso gubi ni mase. No. Sebio impenifo mienu etwe empena anaso be ndamfofo a mete ha na mfa me ho ena wo so a wo hwe me na mfa ho, but se to me show be nsa na se odi to me no de eni se oya eho ena ye nyina e wo problem. This issue a ye kan ho asem ndey your Ghana for bebre emma bebre a sebio enya Ghana nko ena mo fa sa anyoma we mu obu ho relationship mu be ma ni anje ho oba ni anje ho o to me kakra. And there's some beautiful lines na say kasa manfo nka eye de oma fem e wo Ghana e fa relationship on amanfo a sebio titiri politicians a omotumi a de omo de oma fem a ubesu inti mamu ehu eye conversation we say a conversation about obi naked pictures, a conversation about eye kufuari ko chempana na Serwaa Broni ko chempana na dabi. Let's look at this conversation as a national conversation. This will open the floodgates for our women yemba omo Ghana to also call us and say, I am here. I want to come on camera to speak on what I am going through. And that is what we are trying to do here. What we are using this platform to do is to give these women, these vulnerable women are more Ghana. No, we want to give them the voice. And yet normal say ube who say Ghana ni ba say many ubi our relationship Emma semisi Emma our voice out. Recently, I came to show you a girl or so ubi a harassing a year Kantanka television manager no hono. Emma say show my face. It shows that this generation is ready. And let me tell you, after Serwaa Broni's interview, every single month you will see one exclusive interview. Emba I will say they will speak. You'll be shocked. Into Sebio Konya Brochibiatna, and as I Sebio politics inti, you still don't understand the educative part of this. And as I said, the motive behind this it is not about Ekufuado. It is not about Evelyn. It is not about those people, the comedians around it. It is about finding solutions to a long-lasting problem. And that problem is men in Ghana. Some of them are almost to me, no, etna embafa ahudieso. So I expect the women, the ladies, those who have mics, this is when you have to show, say, you are going to connect with these things and then open the floodgates for women to start speaking. We have seen Imabibri come out against powerful women. Some people are languishing in, are rotting in jail as we speak. We heard about a story, and as we saw the story about R. Kelly. It was all about harassment, rape, and all that. R. Kelly is somebody's star. Those people will never agree. But the fact of the case, they say R. Kelly has done something wrong, and he did it against a woman. We can talk about Bill Cosby. We can talk about ex-President Trump. We can talk about so many men, so many people who have harassed women through relationships. So today, if we are talking about this matter, now a woman who is alive and I would decide to send me a Ghanaian, I want to speak her. This is not a joke. This should be a national holiday because entancy. And there are so many women who have voices, who want to speak, the society. And this thing Serwaa Broni is doing today, you should not see it as no, it's about giving women the voice to speak. Giving women the voice to speak. So bema bi maybe on social media or YouTube, Facebook, and baby nasa or kasatia we are. The question you ask that person is say, Senka Serwaa Broni ya unia ana or your yere ana or your ba. Will you talk like this? Yeah, yana say sa nipa omu social media emba bi so ka ho omu defend ADD Serwaa Broni atem AD mematem about an interview I am just granting someone. Me, your media house, I have a platform. And somebody says, I want to tell my story. What have I done? What wrong have I done? It happens everywhere in the world. All the networks around the world, BBC, all the networks around the world, CNN. When Donald Trump issued by you saw platforms. What have I done to give a Ghanaian, an American, a Canadian Ghanaian, the voice to tell us what she went through? So who bema bi na oti baby say Serwaa Broni ye before Serwaa Broni nipa bonini I don't know the issue is ebiana sa nipa no he is involved in such things unless it says sanko for no sa na omo ye unless it says who say bema bi eti TV so eti Facebook eti YouTube di matem di poor Serwaa Broni atem because Serwaa Broni on kanchiro so obi repi no Serwaa Broni be kanchiro bi say obi abagini sem sika Serwaa Broni legitimately has come out to confirm, say, not on a president or relationship be. We don't know. Today we will know whether it was a relationship, intimate one or not. Serwaa Broni abekasi be a treat to one or so. So what has me and my media house and Serwaa Broni got to do for all these insults? Why Wayne? Who are you defending here? I am very focused, and I hope young men listening to me, young women listening to me, you need to stay focused because you have people who are basically on social media, TV, they are rapists. They harass women. They do it. That is what they do. That is why they are defending this. The person whose name has been mentioned, the president of the republic, he has never come out to deny this. People whose names were mentioned, none of them have come out to say, so what is your beef? What is your beef? unless those men you see on social media every day insulting this lady, they are involved in these kind of things. And that is what they do. They beat their wives at home. They are raping people behind the scenes. And there are some, we know. I'll show you some people, their criminal record. Canada, Chrononi rape. These boys are all being kept and Sankofo, they have no aim. They are being taken care of by the government. Low income housing are buying a show. So such people with criminal record of rape near their day, they'll jump and start to misinform the public. But you see, this platform is bigger than any of these ignorant souls. This platform is looking at the way we will try and save our women. This platform is looking at saving lives of our women. Tonight, we'll be talking to Evelyn Serwaa Broni on this platform. If you're here watching me tonight, tell a brother to tell a brother. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Kevin Taylor and the Ghost Team, we are live on Loud Silence TV across the world. We are live on Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. We are live on Loud Silence TV on YouTube. We are live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook. We are live on With All Due Respect page on Facebook. We are live on NDC TV on Facebook. We are live on 1957 Project on Facebook. We are live on Benjamin Wayo-Mahama's page on Facebook. We are streaming live on Ghanaian Citizen TV on Facebook. Honorable Joseph Yamin's page, picking us live tonight. We are also live on Kevin Taylor, my official page on Facebook. We are streaming live on HopeX TV and radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most authoritative, most informative, most exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni. In the next 10 minutes, this show will officially start. Take your time. Let's wait for our brothers and sisters to finish their fast. In the next 10 minutes, this show will start. You're still watching With All Due Respect extended version.
We're coming with fire. 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 These drums on the beat, can you hear it? Boom, 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 can you feel it? My home, my village, can you breathe it? Our sound, our mind, can you dream it? Make it go boom, boom like a conga. Take it out, forget the haters. All this for the love, not for paper. 2 eyes on the prize, I'm a trooper. Don't you play, why don't you play with fire? The fire will burn. The fire will burn. Don't you play with fire? Don't you play, why don't you play with fire? Don't you play with fire? The fire will burn you. Don't go for smile.
or 20 or say president birthday or evidence bia obey den obeyi agu ye twa no so what I say nye sem bia ye ka hwe ye ni bebia ne mame ote ne busuafo no offer for so what I say nti sese no me ka amanate one Kevin Taylor information assembled the omonem assembly nyina no yeah ahead of them ahead of them so what I say yeah monitor bia nye say de woka no ye nim de ayo hwe as a security nye nsem bia na e de baba beto abonte so what I say
sanity
ye na control Ghana o enye bodam ni no enye na adan fofo no de omo hihye adwuma ma no se on be ka no on be giska no nye omo na control Ghana o so what I say ye woni pa bia omo control Ghana for to abama ye se ye be di Ghana so me de meka about that on any issue ni say woye any fucking mover enye ono ne busuafo kra omo wo Ghana no omo ho nto omo I can say it without no fear and favor. So ube Ghana mempenyin nim ase. And there nim say before be yes and ube ba be sise obusuafo nyina afri Ghana I de omo akotena bebia wo de omo beko. So what I say? So obusuafo ntimi tuufo say mame ugu Ghana mempenyin nim ase and I say ugu Ghana fo nim ase a yes or no ya Ghana for a year say yambo o ma ho panyin ho ban no ye ntena ase no bi embegu o man panyin nimfi nti I'm sending this signal e ma no say ye twen no say
boyo me no say ba no ono ni issue na on say won say me no
Exclusive interview with Serwaa Broni, 29th March 2022 on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV.
On the beat, can you hear it? Boom, 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 can you feel it? My home, my village, can you breathe it? Our sound, our mind, can you dream it? Make you go boom, boom like a conga. Take a bow, forget the haters. All this for the love, not for paper. 2 eyes on the prize, I'm a trooper. Don't you play? Why don't you play with fire? The fire go burn. The fire go burn. Don't you play with fire? Don't you play? Smile, make I feel you. My champion, will it make I choose you? I do, you do, make I marry you. If you know feel move, make I carry you. Joe boy, we just carry go. If you want with my show, make you tell them. You for wine your body like a yo-yo. We go jam all night, tell the people. Don't stop the fire. Ba-da-dam, da-dam. Higher and higher. Never, never stop me now. Don't stop the fire. Ba-da-dam, da-dam.
Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, showing today on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV. Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, showing today on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV.
Or 20 or saying president birthday or evidence bia obey day obey agu. Yeah, channel. So what I say, yes, send bia yeah can. Share ye baby no mammy or te. The bushing for no offer for. So what I say, inti say no, me can amanate. One Kevin Taylor information assembled the one name assembling in yeah ahead of them. Yeah ahead of them. So what I say? Yeah monitor bia yes they are working ye nim the you. Share as a security. Yes bia na edi baba be to abonte. So what I say? Yeah na control Ghana ho. Enye bodam ni no enye na adan fofo no de omo hihye adwuma ma no se on be ka no on be giska no nye omo na control Ghana. So what I say? Ye woni pa bia omo control Ghana for to abama ye say ye be di Ghana so. So me de meka about sa on any issue ni say woye any fucking mover enye ono ne busuafo kra omo wo Ghana no omo ho nto omo. I can say it without no fear and favor. The Uber Ghana mempenyin nima ase. And there nim say oh before be yes and Uber ba se obusuafo nyina fi Ghana I de omo apotena bibia wo de omo be ko. So what I say? So obusuafo ntimi tuufo say mame ugu Ghana mempenyin nima ase and I say ugu Ghana fo nima ase a yes or no, yeah, Ghana for a year say yambo or my panyin ho by no, yan tenase. No be.
Exclusive interview with Evelyn Serwaa Broni, showing today on With All Due Respect Loud Silence TV.
back to the show. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. This is, with all due respect, extended version, exclusive interview with Evelyn, aka Serwaa Broni. Tonight, we will be discussing her ordeal. You will be hearing things you've not heard since this story started coming out. I have her online. She'll be on video. So if our Muslim brothers and sisters are ready, I think we can go ahead and start tonight's interview. Before I bring in our guest, I'd like to tell you that you can help support Loud Silence TV through the $1 donation to keep the TV on, and the Momo number to text or to send your donation through is 055-889-3032. PayPal KTWADR, Cash App KTWADR. We are also live on Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. We are live on Loud Silence TV on YouTube. We are live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook. We are live on With All Due Respect page on Facebook. We are cross-posting on very important platforms tonight. NDC TV is live tonight. 1957 Project, they're live on Facebook tonight. Benjamin Wayo Mahama is also streaming the show live on Facebook. Ghanaian Citizen TV are picking the feed right now. We have my Honorable Joseph Yamin's page on Facebook picking us right now. Kevin Taylor, my official page, is also picking this show live. And also HopeX TV and radio are live tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying. Okay, let me bring in my guest so that we can officially start the show. My guest tonight is... Yes, I think I have it now. Good evening, Evelyn.
Good evening, Kevin. Good evening, everybody.
Nice one. Good to have you here. I know it's not an easy day for you. Lots of recollections to be done today. We know for some time now you have been on social media. If you are not even on social media, you've been getting a lot of TikTok videos and some stuff on WhatsApp and all that. How have you been coping? Before we officially start the interview, how have you been coping?
What I do is I simply ignore. That's the best thing to do in this circumstance. Yeah, I simply ignore.
Okay. I hope you are ready for this interview, and I would like to ask this question before we officially start the interview. You have decided to grant us this interview. You are not under any instructions from our network. You have not agreed with us on any hidden facts or anything. You are here by yourself, and you decided to take or grant this interview.
Right.
Great. Mete say akowia bagire na bagire no o ma me bi. I think I need to ease the tension a little bit. Inti say okowia bagire no na me so bebi a wia bagire no be dia men share anti enti ehe na akowia bagire no sana na nkofo bi ka e social media.
Mete say sister bi so kra akowia kon beef. Nti end na che say ye be no abom.
It's also akowia kon beef. Okay.
Let's say yeah, but Ghana, let's say no, my friend, woman, Nankasa shop on the day, I'm there some tone or so. And she clearly said, "Say, onim she and onim the inti omoyesa," and I actually got her on record and recording, you know. And I home basam,
Okay, all right.
For now,
so,
let me thank you and your good team for deciding to interview me and for also agreeing to stay within the perimeters of Mefani said legal advice, and I said within what my lawyers has advised. Thank you, and thank you everybody for watching.
Okay. I guess you've just set the tone for the interview itself. This interview is going to be 1 hour, 10 minutes flat. After that, we are not picking phone calls. We've already gone through these instructions. So it's going to be a straightforward interview. And then if we are now some call. Now, we are here today because there was a time na in Ghana and yet you pictures be on social media. Na pictures na you know na wo Evelyn ujina eye Ghana presidential jet na pictures bi so esa by an out jet nim na president team bi chief of staff team ni nipa bi so ewom. Now I think say a ho ene e kostate eye Serwaa Broni insensem no ebae aba be drew this point nipa be brakansem. We've heard different narrations and all that. Now before I start this interview no, I'd like to ask you one first question. Say, wouldn't him Abranti be a friend of Hobson Addo?
Minimum. Onya madam for dear, but I got to know him through a mutual friend in UK. Maybe I would to Canada, know him assistance, and that friend reached out. Before we go on, let me say this. I would like to introduce myself because Serwaa Broni, they don't know who I am, what I do. So my legal name is Evelyn Addo. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for 20 years. Baby, I'm here at I've been a nurse there for 17 years and I still work there. I'm currently a medical student at University of Athabasca, Alberta, University of Alberta. And I did my nursing at Athabasca. I've lived in Canada for 28 years. I'm a mother of 5 boys, 4 from my past ex-husband, my past relationship, and 1 from my current relationship. And I think that's good for people to get to know who they're dealing with. And again, thank you. Say, you are a man and you've allowed me, a woman, to come here and discuss what a man that I was friends with, in this case, a president, did to me in terms of a criminal activity. So thank you very much.
Yeah, so with my earlier question, I'll say you just know Hobson Addo and should I get a friend like that? We'll be introducing each other.
No.
My next question is, are you on a mission to blackmail the president of the republic? Because Yati, in Kofa can say Serwaa Broni is on a mission.
No. I am not on any mission. No, I'm not on any mission to blackmail Obia. And nobody has sent me. I'm a big woman. I'm not a baby. I'm in my 40s. And Kofo Bebresu were thinking this has something to do with politics. Politician be and politician be and if I had wanted money for Aseme told me, today would not be the day I'll be coming out. Last few months would not be the time I would have been coming out. Now come before the elections. So this is Asema mene Kufuadu enya nkita hundie bi na wa man Kofo bi de boni bi edi me e da so ha me e na me pese me ka ho asem enya obi ana asoma me na I think said the Ghana force Ghanaians don't tend to understand compensation settlement. Enti say obi ya oboni na o se ma gia tum se ma ya oboni bi me pese me ma obi bi said the be ya on fa me court and I say even so fa lawyers kra na lawyers ni bit me agree say yeah the assembly court e be say and nipa na kra wa ya oboni ni timi fa ono an legal team say ye mra nipa ne nchen na ye musa ne say ye betimi compensate no na wagya amanaka and I say bi a wa suffer trauma bi na medical cost bi a ye betimi approach no na wagya amanaka. And in my case that is what happened. The team mechanic say negotiators, or I should say the team of
we'll go I think so we'll get to that point.
Anyways, the point is I'm not blackmailing anybody and nobody is also bribing me because that is how it looks. It looks like either the president is bribing me not to talk or I'm blackmailing anybody, but it's not. It's a plain cut compensation that we had negotiated, but there's nothing like that.
Uber to me in less than 30 seconds. Ama obia or shows is here and adwene and say asama kano obejiwe di no die na obetumi aka nende die na obetumi akire ende amasa nipa no ajiwedi because enye obia na jiwa asam nidi
die metimi aka ne say sentowa da me situation akoye situation whereby obi nsa hye wenum na opesa okanipa no in this case Kufuado na nsa hye menum Now when young bi to say hope sing so support to Akufo-Addo so you know about wapampem, then I have family members who are also holding my jaw not to down. And me, the victim, is the one that's suffering right now. And I say, wada. They meet me, I can say, wada. I wanted to say, my family members will be very upset. Mom, I love you. Daddy, I love you. Me mama, me papa, me aunties. Me auntie bi okroma brekum Serwaa. Oni ni kunu MPP for mpanyinfo ni bi na na ose agimai. Hobson himself has been contacting them, telling them so money menkasa. But then he himself will then go around and share information about stolen device now too. Cheap vloggers. Obi okra minimum. You meet people at occasions, where she'll be a party and say, they come on Facebook and say minimum, they grow up, where I've not known these people anywhere. And it's sad. So it's not my intention to be here. It's not very easy for me because my family members are wishing I wouldn't come here. My partner wish I didn't come here. But the point is, I'm not here to be good. And I mean, I have to stay within legal ramification way. I can't just come here and show naked photos, naked videos.
Yeah.
But do I have such things in my possessions? Yes, I do. When I came out in October, Akufo-Addo himself, he goes around dating all kinds of girls, and he has a cleanup team who cleans up. And some of these girls actually came in my inbox.
I know, you have a lot of things to say, but there's a specific reason here. Maybe say you can't assemble one after the other. Send a omo mutio, no, you will be over and then otio. And I'm Mr. Obro from the pa, but I na kachini kakramai na.
I'm a catchy.
I maybe yeti house and Quebec house, yeti equipment Quebec yeti how now, but I think that what we are comfortable to me, yes, you woman a chinty. Yet we catch to do a bit to me abwa ama yenina yati and masi.
Question person Asante half me, bono half me, and fantasy half to make a cheat.
A quine bear so, and I say, how did you meet Akufo-Addo? Maybe present better country and repair Potibena who Akufo-Addo first and it didn't come.
Okay,
sorry, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, President of Ghana. Mami Kanisa.
Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of Ghana.
Yes.
May 2014. May 2014. Ewa Accra. You can say East Legon. ANC Mall, precisely Coffee Lounge.
That means you're not on your president then.
Debbie, not on your president.
Obekai Oma Nebia Omonenam and answer Wosunipa Nam. We just want to have because as Semia Bekano Habia, we need to support it.
Na onon kwan and nam, but na media me madam fubi enemy mami you na nenam.
Okay. Question I that Obiano Obia person who say. The BIT relationship. When Nana Addo Akufo-Addo atwempena.
Okay, so the answer to that question is yes. Maybe out in October, no, because I wanted everybody to focus on the trauma that I've been through, the incident that happened, the crime that was committed. I had to play around that, but Ghana for me and Temase. And they went jumping for the relationship. So yes, the answer to that question is yes.
The trimpena, impena tribu ha a telephone sumpena, a bu also a radio sumpena, impena tribu a long distance relationship. When another Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of Ghana, a trimpena, Sebio, moye intimate, and I'll be better say, only president, my man kind of straight now because very important. These are, did you ever had intercourse with Nana Addo Akufo-Addo? One Akufo-Addo enya enkitahudie da.
Okay, so the answer to that question, I've met him physically, yes. And let me tell you, I'm not a baby, he's not a baby. And before people meet to have such encounter, they have discussions. Yeah. I know Sengofo Bebre have been questioning because of my sexuality and whatnot. But what I can say is Akufo-Addo in bed is no more than a woman himself. So it was discussed. He has erectile dysfunction. There's no news about that. And so I saw him like another woman. And yes, I have had intimate relationships with him.
Me bacho oka brofo nko a ubetumi akyere mu twi sɛ na enuanom a omutia no omubeti asie misro.
That's right. Question abusa me answer ne say ane.
But oka bi kan say onye bema na sebio president.
Okay, me say me nya akra no nso nya akra na ansa na obi ni obi be hia kɔ edem no. Mature people no they discuss enti wono onim me and onim me sexuality Ghana for no dey ye kasa bebre na onim man nam na oyese but Akufo-Addo na ankasa no me say me ne da ho a wote say dem ne oba da ho a enti enye news na ya discuss de da
enti na it is a companionship yeah o person just a president ni huni ho and na just companionship you spend the time together
yeah na say
na sa na person che mate sia yamra eye de ekofa nsem we nyina baaye no ye hana ye hu pictures bi na wote presidential jetting eno no ekofa nsem bebre ba Ghana se eye den na ketesie sebio onye politician ye nim se or security clearance ade chin ya oti presidential jetting twitwa pictures na me kai say all the pictures we be mamen try na etifo so ebia pictures no manye bi ehu no omoso enya idea of the year king ema pictures to say picture we na edin kan ya ebaaye na manfo busa ho nsem inti echire no ebi beka ho emi ehu picture bi so eti say na wote presidential jet team echire no pictures bi to say ebaaye na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo president na nkasa so eti jet team it looks like say ebia na wote no opposite because sibia picture ne tie no in fact let me show all the pictures send ya because me pese beja bibia o me pese obia te ye kan nyina ase chief of staff so no so te presidential jet nim yehu service no omusuo ma almost serve mo na mo jet nim no. Now my question is, I'm sorry I say my system need delay kaka. There are a lot of people online now. Omunyina hwenti slow your system now. My question is say edien akonya when the mouse akonya no ma utumi kotena presidential jet na unya that security clearance no nipa wan ne wan ene boa wo e ma utumi join this presidential jet na eko Kumasi no.
Okay, thank you Kevin. Ansana me sasem na no pesa me ka say Hobson ede audio bi na me ma me kasa wo mu say oh where president nka uni manka o ka so wo fa ne asomesi meaning said that will come after na sa audio no dem pesa me ka fa ho ne say at my age not everybody I've encountered with and me ma minimum no so my mother didn't know that I knew the president earlier but to whom in a picture bi I posted in 2019 was when she did that audio. Okay, so na question ubusa me no presidential jet no Akufo-Addo himself na me wo Ghana me call Ghana July of 2019 my birthday and na ma call Ghana me have my time he was in France until me communicate you who say me wo Ghana no me call me Ghana man kra no and no decide so person who me and na me man ya aware say me nya time enhu no because time or be free in France beba no me nso me baba akoso birthday July sa until I would want to return and celebrate with me bano and he was able to convince me say me na me ba nkasa and na me man who say adwuma mo so then I was able to get time off from work until free in France belande you know edana na adwona na ofre me no me kasa I say ade chi a obekọ program bi program na Saturday until per say fly Friday near Kumasi and I agreed to it. Not that time, no, we didn't kind cry the information ama JK Travel and Tour. Amasa Nipano afre me, I arrange different tickets. I said I won't leave Ghana the date I was supposed to leave, but me try kakra. So Akufo-Addo nankasa NMA me kwine. And in fact, me cry time and I was say me share or more around 8 p.m. for the flight. No, I was busy somewhere with East Legon. SIB Tremuko soon to the time they waited about 45 minutes for me. Into somewhere no trying no more train no and man smart I think the driver Joseph or somebody else bad the car be leady me car because he thought send me baby a Jubilee airport ne one so ni pakro ne car be leady me on airport road kuma Accra to that baby a normal one and in fact people were even asking say na lady or why you're trying about 45 minutes for her so getting on that flight the Kufuor invited me.
Now, go through any security check because President need to coin. Wine and a saka sa trip no nipa wine and okay so almost happening. And which checks ben au kumansana u to me kunya President Jet Martina.
Me pacho man ko security checks BMT. Me pake me car ankasa no. Na me ye kan say me subens for Matic bi me pake car na nipa no man de ne car be di manim no. E ma me see na me yi me luggage. Ena eno ano na chese omo kro ma twen me ache nti na omo abegina flight na no a omo twen se meba. Me duru hwa na good evening ye chia no na madam for me ne nam so ye chia no. Ena no ano obi an check hwe nipa no omo flight nim ye me ankasa Mr. Oseakoto
okay, a Greek minister.
Yes.
Okay.
Chief of staff. Kufuor ankasa brother Bamti and Badukua, and then the rest were I guess security team, but there was the Anya checking there.
President daughter Dokua no so eka flight no.
But the chief of staff so an assistant lady be the Wendy no so come.
Okay. Now summarize this for us. Mokodru Kumasi no, what happened?
Oh, Yekodru Kumasi na Friday and so what happened was normal introductions. You know, Madam Funi, a friend of Messi, Evelyn, me Benny, meet my Badukua, that kind of thing. Drink Ben or Benum sort of thing. And we had drinks and BB very strange for me because it was the first time meaning the took Kumasi with these people. And when I checked, my luggage had been put in my bag, I see the same room with him. And my major say, hey, even big man like this, Christ, over to trim name I would think that the Nipan bag this is separate room from yours, maybe a middle of the night, you guys figure yourself out. But that made me think, say, Adia or tie, you know, Nipan no ye bags, many a Kufuor in it's now, it's free flight, and the meaning in it's not the same car, a call in Shayaso Honum. I could stay or for guest house. And you drew on my bags and his were put in the same room.
Now, Otun for guest house or no? Why not a stay or
Chief of staff na me kai say when stay or say or program be done numero baby when stay or but I think almost everybody else that was on board stayed there.
Okay.
In fact, the room I stayed in, no, Kufuor Badukua stayed in the room right next to us.
Now, what can you say about this picture? Sorry, I think this is the picture I'm looking for. I just want to
sign off.
What can you say about this picture?
And see that picture, no, it was a year you're in two parts. That's why Saturday on a panel call time or more like you did any panel, you did that body, no. Then we came back home, had lunch, took a nap between 12 and 4. Into this picture was taken around 4:15-ish in the afternoon of Saturday, July 20th, 2019. Na ya ready ya be a year no ankasa. And we are sitting on the bed in the room where we had to stay. So called Otun for guest house one. And sadly enough, I saw a photo, I think March 6, 2020. And I felt really, really bad and sad. And that photo was a Kufuor wife. She also had photos I know I posted to Facebook within that environment. And I really felt bad that he would carry girlfriends to the same room where he sleeps with his wife.
Okay, I'm trying to find a picture you use it for a year poster, no? which I am not finding, but I think my team will get it for me. It was a room you guys shared. The reason why me winning is say, share these pictures me put it on the screen. We are building a story here. Me pese a man for sorry. Me pese a man for the beginning of everything. Seneba ye be drew na o count one semina. A man for better was say the o cano. Bibia problem ni nyina e free. Because as I speak to you now, I know say majority of Ghanaians any what you have gone through about a year one Ekufuado in Kitahum. There's one particular picture I am trying to find to put on the screen for you to at least confirm this picture. Now, Sebio, it's here for Ensube who say this particular room you are talking about, and no one the same room you took this picture, because I want to ask say ankasa na ucha picture, because there's been a lot of misinformation out there. Amanfo person say even the pictures we are seeing no crampo they are all Photoshop pictures, and that pictures enyawo. There's a flaw to our production today, but I think I found a picture. I'm sure there's a specific reason to person the picture we to screen so send beya obia o you explain that picture and we move to other matters people will understand your story. Now picture we we are very, very sorry. The system is quite slow because there are so many people online right now. Inti ama picture we the first picture me share now ne Ekufuado ewo dem say yehwem chia the all kind na say the motim pan so no you could see say picture na see impanity ni so no eno an si wo background no room color no the same thing. Picture we picture bang.
Picture where me and me try me nine na da ho no and as o hye entuma na e wo me nan ano na obehu se entuma na na efira me na de kwa yi no. Now we were supposed to get up around 4 and get ready. Me sorry jano until no da ho no. And I'm the one that took the picture actually, and me na me nine da ho no.
So you can confirm and say Neba Dukia came to the room and saw you in his room.
Oh, so on one or share red t-shirt or that one. In fact, I think that's the one in Nokra Dukuano herself came in a room, not Shani Papa, and I had to tell her, said the man is in the bathroom taking a shower. Her room was right next to mine. We sat in the same car. I mean, we had chit-chat, we ate together on the same dining table. It's not a big deal.
Who else came to the room whilst you were there?
I think that so we were supposed to stay till Sunday evening. Saturday, and I had an emergency in the evening and decided I'll leave there. And while he was trying to convince me to stay because now it's your call for her on it, Mr. Seaku to call and they wanted me to escort them. And he was trying to convince me, I'm still there, I have to go. I have a pressing way to go now. He had just finished taking a shower or found a phone Fred, one of the bodyguard, Kofi. And I was shocked to know that he was there naked and Kofi would be able to walk in there to ask him, say, or friend or then, and then he was instructing and said, on friend a brother, now the brother no be free than you mreno. Now the brother no in who says or more qua or monemenko. Okay,
great. So now I want you to tell us the story. A year after all this encounter, what mama details about they're not on you. Cecia, I'm going to allow you to tell us from there how did all this start?
As in the stage robbery.
Yes, all the way to the president calling you, you texting the president. We are going to show all these things, but I want you to tell the story so that Omo Muti Onankasa can make sense out of everything.
Okay, so what happened is day in like I said, now was seeing Kietna Hotel Sunday. And Saturday, then you may call a year by me decided to say me free ho. Lucky enough, not Kufuado brother no. and then a badokua and then chief of staff and I almost be free. So we all left together. And me kodru here no me dey say minim den ma kodru my man who say oh we've landed. The next morning Sunday I decided to post pictures on Facebook. What I actually posted was self picture and I'm in imagine flight anymore. And then I posted I think 1 or 2 that I was within the flight. And I post 2 many Kennedy Japan photos be. And Kennedy crowd pictures the statement be making a prompting because you'll be back Canada minimum because of Madame Fubia or Warren a cousin. And you're by minimum. And you no share me wo ye ko a ye ne ye kwatena baby ma omoko didi. Whom you honor you intra pictures or Jimmy phone ma obi so ntwaye post to know be say my Canada phone say. So that thought was in my mind. So when I woke up, I chose to post many Kennedy pictures and then I added some of the photos in the flight. About an hour later, let me call. If free Ekufuado say, and then my post to a picture be and me post to. And I didn't know, I couldn't be in a flight. Nobody had told me there was no security at EBNT. Right away, I'm sure okay. Mean delete and no so say Hamed ya. Intina menema men and I'm not Gino delete or the whole post. We thought that was it. Throughout the day, I had numerous calls from Kofu and Ekufuado them number memo to find out. Then you be call send a BC. And then Eko will be na me can send me pictures. I didn't understand what was going on. The long and the short story is we ended up meeting Kempinski, myself, Mame, Da Costa, who is a Kennedy Japan cousin, and Onwa Kennedy. No. And today, me person Kennedy Bano Beka says, what did we meet there to discuss? And why was there the panic?
And this goes to Kennedy Japan.
Yes. No, and yeah, no, the only question I have for Kennedy, since I'm already on Kennedy, I want Kennedy to also come and tell me, say, January 2020, discussion ben or name me have now discussion ben so no name one Colonel Poku, Michael Poku, any John Buedu, meet discuss say, and a dang tina no almost be compensate me. Bonnie ben and no be aye, why not I me Bonnie and no more compensate me? Nay, dang. And I'm a person can so say me my jisica be in Semudana because not even one city Maju or Ken Semuda
can for any reason at all. Right?
I mean she know physically that, but I'm sure say you know yes because okay. I think some when the pictures I have post to on the WhatsApp status.
Okay, you can go ahead. Inti Koso.
Inti Kennedy na me busa no nye Kennedy na me person me busa ne say anyembia or diska bia ma me dana because me njiska bia won nsemuda ena me pese me hu say a day discussion ena omko have we nti omu decide say they would need to compensate me na ye bone ben na hwan so nti na no omo be compensate me.
So yeah, go ahead after.
Okay, nti so if conversation ni wie no na a Sunday the Monday myself and then we went to Ekufuado office on invitation by himself obviously, so there was nothing big deal no mo fi se or story be baba bontinti. We had to plan in case those photos resurface will face a year media so then ye beka say me ye hwan any ade nti e koba say meka say oh me MPP for woman organizer or Canada near there. So we made up that BBNC. I went to his office on Monday. On Tuesday, I left Ghana and I'm back Canada. 23rd July 2019. That was it. Asuni Ekufuado communicate. There was nothing going on. He came here to Canada September. That's a 28 or so, no for US, no bad program. And that within few days, I had gone to visit him at the presidential suite. I know they were Toronto downtown. And that was where he told me, say, national security for no more interested in my phone. But time or moment, when I'm free Ghana, because the incident came out on Sunday. I saw him Monday, I left Tuesday. So there was no time. And people said, why? And I say, with the obviously. That was it. And it didn't, why would they be interested in my phone if there's nothing on my phone? And I want Ekufuado himself or send somebody to come on social media and say that conversation never happened.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead.
September
Yeah.
September no HM free Hanoma Ghana. And me no have a whole lot of misunderstanding between the 29th of September and October 1st. Into me decided I mean picking the calls be me dreaming. And he called me on the 14th of October. And also na maybe me come to school who has then he wants to help near the other. And I'm sure me cry me bagana. Me plan is me bagana be delay me down be 70. No, so okay, what frame me am in fact. And I'm sure me who the calls. And no, no. After that, no, within sa week, no frame me am in fact. No, mama hope since so fresh me say, opa me cho besa ba Canada. Na meti me buku hotel amana. And thinking back at the incident that happened, I figured Senna Hobson was coming really for me to maybe find a way to get my phone or whatever it was. Because when I made Ekufuadu know, said me, I'm a bagana. Hobson's trip never came on. There was never any more conversation of, oh, Buku Hotel, mommy. At some point, my friend Hobson one day catch her and said, Bra, ubenya ba, mami humi ame kwa Ghana. But meet me a Buku Hotel nama. Se mini hokrana discount leader me dim, you will get it. And he says, so only dates no dream honey ade. And then at some point, and a Kufuadu mami who said, only hopes ya kasa. Na hopes in onyan to the he will be the one meeting me. Because date na me the bedroom Ghana. No, no Kufuadu the same day he was flying to Russia. And you know, just say me no, or my hopes ya be meeting me. And something strange between the Kufuadu calls was the day he thought I would be London, Monday the 21st, but that was the day I was actually leaving here to get there the next day. Menene kasewi ancha no sabe friend bi busam say na Mayor Transit were him, which was very weird. Now already on him say Mayor Transit to Amsterdam. Then he called again to confirm say Mayor Transit to Amsterdam and how many hours I was staying, and it didn't make sense because me ba Ghana na obi be shia me airport to Ghana. You only need to know the time I'm landing in Ghana. You don't need to know the transit way. But me airport, I don't stay within the airport. I always check out and come back. So I'm not sure what that was also all about.
Okay, so Ukodru Ghana no, from your Facebook Live no, and I saw incident in here. In fact, I think majority of the people watching us no, they know about that incident.
The story.
So-called national security force and for came to attack you and your partner so any other day. There's one thing that you have never talked about. I think so after the incident, you know, Mukoye report our police headquarters. Na CID headquarters.
Yes.
Na Madam Tiwa and na a year CID boss then. Na anything I started a year interview, Busa was say Hobson Addo unim the same. And there's been a couple of times about social media so Wabaka say hotel room on when Rahoda he didn't come there one baby he never entered your room. Now for some reason we have an audio time call a year Madam Tiwa office. Madam Tiwa oho. Hobson Addo so by no. Engagement in no. Hobson Addo made you people know say ura a year room ho na you people cannot say of a BB and I say one fa BB and I didn't say come computer and some fun. I think say from the Hobson aka from day one Edia Tunko for team our Ghana say on no hotel hodia he never entered your room and there are so many evidence video interviews so why Facebook. I think say you gave us this material you per say bo na Ghana for etie Senebeya say oh kase the whole thing was staged and Hobson was the man behind it. Obi so ebeti o case nasi. Until let's take a few minutes. Na membo this audio. It happened in Madam Tiwa's office. Abra woho, your partner, Madam Tiwa nankasa, and a Hobson. Any man na bonidino, opokuno, eba ho.
Nak Colonel Opokuno will be any poor hoye. Tiwa no na assistants mienu.
Okay.
But a friend of Felix or CID assistant. And or Henning be also a CID assistant. Na no more different or Baha dress it say or Henny I wash food in my session and but na inti na yes 6 na what them.
Okay, so far nobody knew. Said there was a recording going on at our CID boss office, which happened. Into moment when we come back, I have a few questions. Then we will delve into other matters. The conversation between Wo and Kufuado, conversation between Wo and John Boydu, conversation between Wo and people who were put together to compensate you, and a whole lot of things. Now into me and for finality and two ways. So this is an audio interception. I see Madam Tiwa office Abra a year Evelyn. She got robbed. Omukoye case police headquarters. This is the audio.
He doesn't have a political career yet, so he will do it. He said he can never do that. Only it's whatever that also of protection or more laptop. Why was he in my room? Also attached. For what? Why was he in my room? You know, we can still take fingerprint from him. Yeah. So why was he in my room? No, I haven't. What's over that? Oh, me who so was over that? Into minimum. Into a quotation that then. Not. Also, now to share. If you go to a reception and take a key card and come to now to look for me. That same day, I can't say them or them all and ring it over. All right, you tell mommy I'm a big woman. Wouldn't be a mayor of the hotel. Wouldn't say that day to come and open the door. That day been robber. When to me anka. No, but who does that? But what company saw that here? No, sure that here. No. Okay. Because for you to actually be asking hopes, he knows you know something. You rent a room for me. No one call reception, no one call just card, no one call video. For what? Doesn't have a confrontation and say you know robbery attack, you know something. Because at the time the robbery happened, when he went to the Winya police station, he was at going to what was it? Did he go there? Please, let's all be very calm. I don't want to create another scene. But let me tell you, say I have no do anything to destroy you. I know how it is when somebody is destroying you and probably I don't have any intention to, but I have a job to do and I have to do that. This morning I had a call from the Canadians and they said they should trust me. And I'm not going to assume that in privilege that in so I will not do anything for you also to think say because of that. Please, you rented the room for everything. In your name. Yes. Why?
Well, before I started, I am very disappointed.
No, but we are doing our job. You can be disappointed, but
yes.
You see, as you know, the robbery. Look at this. On Saturday or Sunday. Informants for officers for I know the robberies you can crack. And I'm so don't worry. My officers once I mean said or when he said the way interest of case no obey. Just Sunday you call again any information about it because of you don't have any ID, you don't have anything any other thing. And I'm so I'm on fire because sometimes maybe when I'm robberies attack me in my house, they test your fun or community. For me to hear this morning that he could have something to do also. You were even defending yourself, not you. So I showed you the pictures and videos of it. First of all, you are not me. If you want me to start talking, I'll start talking. the room, I mean, yes, it's in your name, you paid, you rented the car, but somebody else authorized you to do that. And that person have interest in my phone. You know that.
Who addressed me?
But the person himself told you know that. You gave me 20,000 Ghana cedis. Was it from you? This is from the government. I know that.
Do you know where it's coming from?
Where is
Please
it coming
don't
from?
talk ignorant.
But the person himself told me that he can ask you to sort me out.
Madam, I am.
Why were you in my room? What's this? Why were you in my room? Can you please tell me why you were in my room? I just want to know.
When I was in Ghana, were you coming to my room or not?
I was bringing you food.
When you having my key?
When you came to that hotel, did you know I was there or not there? No. When you came to, you cannot intimidate me. You did not do anything for me. No, you did not do anything for me. You cannot intimidate me. When you went to that, listen, you have not robbed me. You wanted information on my phone. You cannot rob me.
What do I do on your phone that I want your phone?
So okay, can you please tell me?
What do I do?
Don't shout because we know man about it. Why
Listen,
were you?
what do I do that is on your
Jesus,
phone?
I cannot
There's
deal
only
with
one.
it.
There's only one meeting.
Let
me get something.
Why was he in my room and why was
I want to know what is on the phone.
Me life come on. Me
Me, they were in room man of Canada. Me the 2 keys. No, I aware. Tell me what key. Even me what key me buy me from. Oh, me peba kunne. No, I hear you. Now we are aware. Me now don't. I'm not afraid. Me and Anna no key without key. Did you have a key when you rented the room for me?
Yeah.
Me my key.
Now my friend 2 keys now.
Please.
Please.
We are looking at robbery. So what I have seen, no, you see, you don't know. I've been to going to the White House and the intelligence.
I know it's a timeless.
When we are not interested in relationships. That is not what is important. What I'm interested in is the robbery. The robbery on that broad daylight now.
National security. My stuff. It was not robbery.
Me, I know them, but I did not say that I know them.
National security.
I just said I don't know them because if I had said I know them, if I have said me woman it's close.
We didn't want
national security. So if I see national security, my show many. I'm alive. Me, I almost died. I almost died. I almost died.
We are not looking for whatever has gone back between the two. We are looking for who robbed you, whether it's
and my interest is in knowing Miss okay. That was Thursday. Menene Kasai was sending unfortunately my phone. Was sending me message on WhatsApp. Where are you? And I'm saying why? And I say, are you at the hotel? No, I'm the chair, ma'am. And I'm PBS.
No, a DBS.
DBS, whatever. Roofing sheet company. Let me chair.
Spinters Road.
And I'm the chair, ma'am. And I'll see.
Me, I'm the other
part.
And Yen sign for.
And I'm a friend. I'm saying, oh, and I'll say,
who you be there?
But me, now me that shooting. Me back to my car when I'm standing for say. Now my car driver and so said, I said, who you be there? You will be able to go to the guy. And I'm a friend. I'm saying, patch all. And I'll see who here. And the day before, no catch him sort of time. And I'm still of you. And I'll see, I'm a driver and see, I'm running. And I'm still me conquer for few besides.
I was all catching and sana.
And now who crowd can say,
who you here?
Now, say, well, be a man call.
Now, about 9.
8 p.m. And I'm saying, Miss, I'll be around till very late in the evening. My amount time. Now, about 1:30. Now, showing.
But you mean who besides said no to go.
Yeah, mommy. Or no one in the whole trouble. So, but this is where the cross is. Mimi friend, me buy hotel. And I'm going to reception. They said, me tell Mr. Hobson number. Yeah, Jimmy phone says here. Or no, the book number and the number. And I let me the princess for your not the supervisor. You went to the hotel at 12:06 p.m. You must be dumb. So if it's a Jimmy, I want to Jimmy. Why not not getting that? Why would you say something about that? That is why I got you something about that.
You
They
can
say
stop it.
if you
So now you're saying what would stop it?
Somebody have been saying.
Papa went for okay.
How?
Yes,
But that is not the time you went in our room.
Oh, please.
You went in the room at 1:36 p.m. You pick us here midnight. Why is he trying to say
check footage midnight?
We are going to investigate this. We are going to We'll take statement from all of them.
How did you know that 1:30 p.m. and midnight?
I have never denied it. I have never denied, madam. I have never denied. Oh, please, you cannot intervene.
Hey.
Whatever that we plan to do,
Let's get to the bottom. Then I also know what to do. Then I also know what to do.
When was he in my room? And we're still out to date. Once we can't tell us, oh, Evelyn, Mooney walk around me by my home.
From this, room 307, 370. 3 times. Adam, so give me a camera. So can you confirm your identity? Oh boy, Addo. No, it's not me. You can study that. I walked straight to the place. You
knew we were not there.
Oh, Evelyn.
All right. So, hello, Serwaa.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes. Where your interaction is see our Madam Tiwa office after the incident, that stage robbery na they be outcome was no. And in the office, no, here now Hobson Eka said he actually went to your room. He wouldn't deny that, but we've seen him on social media platform. Oka said he never even came there. What room they were there or honey there. But what saved you? Oh, sir, a confrontation. Say you guys recorded a confrontation. Oma no more room hono. Can you stress on that again? And just let us know. Sir, audio ya yeti ya ebia nipebi enim. Mayehu die ema sa confrontation about because we are taking notes and we want everybody to follow the fact. And internet ya meaning so waka. But let us know. Why am I na room ho? Sir, conversation we see.
Nti room no initiate a chance ya na kasa na hopes ni hobi na ye me Tiwa maame police CID a friend of Felix and police CID or your hene or my friend Nana earlier that morning no me din kind the video any pictures akoma Tiwa amene who say Hobson any hotel card record I show time I will be back with them we a guest we a cleaner whatever cleaners no mudin was so and I actually got it into 2 times 24-hour military way and then you kind of say the other time so it will show say 13:30 something hours which is area 1 something p.m. Hobson had entered the room. We were robbed at the Wenya at exactly 1 p.m. 36 minutes after that Hobson was already in my room. Now, we audio now, TNA more than an hour audio now.
Yeah, it's in fact, also me catch your listeners say, it's a very long audio. And at a point, the CID boss, Madam Tiwa, the conversation got to that point where they were all discussing, said the president is there. Because there was one questioner, Mote said, yes, Evelyn, Ebusa, Hobson Addo, and I said, Madam Tiwa Busa, and said, demo. And there was another question which was very important, said 20,000 Ghana cedis now demand on wine and a one or demand and I say you will be the demand. Hobson could not answer that question. Into a long audio, we will release the long audio. The course in about how Madam Tiwa knew said they were talking about Ekufuado, and she also made some comments. Okay, so and I can say this, and some part of the audio, Madam Tiwa can say, oh, She would love for the relationship to go ahead. And as Serwaa said, Evelyn Carr said she fears for her life. She doesn't want to go on with this relationship. And Madam Siwa jokingly or something, she was like, "Oh, knowing the old man, my friend old man. I think in the audio, no, my friend old man, the president at the point, Mobodin. Into that audio too will come out, the full audio for people to listen to. But because of time, Intina, we just wanted you people to have an idea of what transpired in that room. Intina, in some way, Madam Tiwa Enim said the president's name was in there, Hobson's name was in there, and all that. Meboa.
Pachawan. Enti conversation no baby. Hobson be say me busa ne say me ne wakasa no pa so pese obehwehwe maka kiro say me ne unni saa adamfo saa nti me ba me hu so hu me big deal. Me call baby also see why you busy. Also call baby nti anwumre 9 or after 8 ye be hia. Why would you come to my hotel 1:30 without calling me? And was your friend me? Nti e ho no say me de omadi kan rob me age me phone. Hope sent to Hokutana phone, and Bibusan is okay. You have your phone in your hands. The record of you calling me should show on your phone. Say yesterday or the day before, whatever. Oh, frame me 1:30 because also I fresh several times. Oh, my reception also receptionist not free, but the video does not show the receptionist making a phone call.
Yeah, he only went let me show that picture. Go ahead.
Enti. And Hono Hobson, instead of showing his phone and the records, he just said, "Me call MTN Hono makwa record number." The phone was in his hand.
So that's what happened. Now, when I get that Hobson picture na our hotel, and I think say you've shown it before. Our hotel hona or call reception hono. I think the CCTV, Madam Tiwa Kraka say CCTV cameras not capture, but the audio will be out. Now, I think say we time into it. Let's talk about the other parts of this whole. And remember, this is part 1. The reason why we are doing part 1, and I say, I think Serwaa has some questions she wants to put out there. And the legal team say if they don't get answers to those questions, then we will be forced to release whatever materials left. Some questions will be coming out who were deeply involved in the process. After that stage, that's why I'm saying we are working within some legal framework. We cannot, or I cannot, give a lot when it comes to videos, audio, conversation. Now, Amanfuaka said before we go to this compensation issue, Amanfuaka said you never had any conversation with Akufo-Addo, text message or emails. You never knew Akufo-Addo's number. How can you get Akufo-Addo's number? Akufo-Addo will never text you. We have 1 or 2 or 3 chats between any Akufo-Addo and what the president, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, Etrobreo time after incident this year. Incident this year, I would like to put this on the screen if you want to speak on it. This conversation, it's a chat between yourself and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. This is the 1st of November 2019. And it was a conversation, texter or send a command. Now, when you read, "Hello, Nana, I am baffled a bit. Last time we sat over dining table on September 29th this year. And I think you have narrated the story at time about Canada and one in a hotel room where Mudidi any other day. Now, you went on in a conversation with the president, and at this point, the president actually responded. And the response from the president, Evelyn, yes, my security team advised I distant myself from you. They were also interested in your device. However, I didn't order the attack. I'm calling. This conversation, was it between yourself and the president?
And that conversation actually got recorded, and he also repeated it on that conversation. Said, security, national security were interested in my phone. A conversation on me I have, but on there on small. When he went on to even say within that year, education minister or somebody else had been robbed and whatever, but it didn't justify what had happened to me.
Okay.
And right now, no, because of legal issues and whatever, and this case still being before the legal team, I will not
I don't
play
want to
that
push
audio.
it. Was this chat too between yourself and the president? After your message, this was the response from Nana Addo Kufuor. Hello, Evelyn. You are still my babe. I didn't know say you are babe all this while. Hello, Evelyn. You are still my babe. Please keep cool, and your girlfriend will be fully sorted out after the elections. Will be sorted out after the elections. John, and this John here is who?
John Boadu.
Okay, John informed me you had agreed to wait, so I didn't understand the mails of requests. I would love to call you, but I have noticed my calls frustrate you. It's busy times. Be patient a little more. Thank you. This is from the president. DNA leading to this text message from the president, because I know you have already texted up there.
Okay, Nti, what happened is between January 2020 all the way to time omo elections, no, they had Akufo-Addo Nankasa himself from November. And me catch some person frame me, but if anything, I'm sending a message. Nti near maybe one hope sending nkofo bloggers here, I'm sending a message. Then he will send a message across. So what became? Me say me sending a message biana. Then he sends it to John Boadu, and I want to because when he said John Boadu has been a very long time friend of mine. Until no one so they are coming John Boadu na John have contacted me. Until I kept at some point John crack at me say, "Oh, the man contacting me be on one be delay with that no one sorting me out and all that." Until but me I'm sending a message. Me because what the trauma I went through, that this is a point. The trauma I went through is so severe that me saw my Facebook page Akufo-Addo like to say COVID announcement, all those
updates.
things that I just get this panic attack and I get upset and I will constantly message him that this and this you did to me. So I had sent him a message saying, hey, you claim you're going to settle me for the crime you committed. Where's the money? This and that. And that was the response he sent.
Okay. Now, with these ones, now we don't go too much into it because of the rules your lawyers gave us, because they have audio recordings of telephone conversations near there. They told us not to stress too much on it because it's something they are working on. Now, can you confirm, even though this is not the phone number we put out, is this the president's number?
Yes, and there's another one.
Okay, so this is the first one. And these are the two numbers. I'm going to show the second one, but these are the numbers you had conversations on, which you have records of.
Yes.
All right. This is also the second number of the president.
Right.
Okay. We wanted to confirm that. Now, it's exactly 6:03 after. We're going to take a break for 3 minutes. When we come back, we're going to talk about a compensation group, people who are pulling the strings behind the scenes to make sure, say, Evelyn was settled. But the question is, if you haven't committed a crime, why is there compensation if nothing happened? If the president doesn't know anything about the incident, if the president says he's never seen this lady before, people making noise, why should there be a compensation? If I've not committed a crime, there's no way I have to compensate anybody to shut up. After this short break, I'll be back with our guest, Evelyn, to finish our conversation. You're still watching, with all due respect, exclusive interview with Evelyn on Loud Silence TV. All right, let me try and get us something. Okay, I'm so sorry. Everything is jammed here. Our system isn't picking the sounds. We wanted to take a quick break, but it's looking like the system is so jammed. Too many people online right now. Too many people on TV. It's not even allowing us to drop anything in the feed. So we will go ahead and just discuss the last part of the interview. That is the compensation part. All right. So we are back. Let me see, sir. We can get our guest. System is very slow. I'm sorry, but I am doing my best here to make this thing work. It is tough. Okay, so we couldn't go on the break. The system is jammed. Everybody is here, so it's been very slow for some time now. Now, me person me busa a question be. Did President Akufo-Addo or take any steps to compensate you, and why should you be compensated if the president knew nothing about what happened?
And the answer is yes. He agreed. He actually proposed to compensate me, and he asked me an amount, and I proposed an amount.
Yeah.
Me can't amount in because of legal way. I won't mention the amount here.
Yeah.
And if you see the conversation between me and John Boadua, you will see the amount is mentioned there, where John is also confirming the amount. And there's an audio conversation between me and few others. That amount was also mentioned there. And he had John, Ken Japan, and this Colonel to negotiate that amount I requested down to a certain amount. And in fact, there was a percentage given out. Now, I would want John Boyd to come out and say, what did they discuss? At the end, discuss and compensate me for, and what percentage did he give me? And even that amount, the person who would hand it down also took a percentage out of it, adding in our audio or recordings of it.
Okay.
For legal reasons, we will just wait here.
Who, when this compensation process started, because we have on record a document that was signed between you, your party, and the president's party. A compensation was proposed by the president, and those compensations were supposed to be paid. For some reasons, we can't show that document. And those people there, and I know, sir, there are a few people who know about this document. Can you tell us, Nipa, or more access to this document? And then can say, a document like that was put together.
Okay, so that document, Nipa Omo, so there's a lady that, out of the respect for my legal team, they don't want her name mentioned, and I won't mention her name because I also saw this motherly figure in her, and I think for the few times I met her, she actually tried to secure my safety and all that, so I won't mention her name. But that lady, her name is there, and she's been pushing for her boss and the people that do the cleanup job to do the right thing. So she's aware of it. She has a copy. I have a copy. You now have a copy. My legal team has a copy. All the euphoria tests that are involved have a copy. Wagus has a copy of that.
Wagus has a copy of the compensation agreement.
Oh yeah, and so Akufo-Addo Wafasia. I think that he's also a lawyer, and I think that honored ambassador of Jamaica, or whatever, to Ghana. Yeah. So yeah.
And now when I'm try say they will talk to you when this compensation thing started. Are there some people, powerful people in Ghana, who tried behind the scenes to talk to you about this issue I see between one president?
So between 2019 and till now, there have been a whole lot of people trying to get in between that I wouldn't want to mention OBID, but they know themselves, and there have been a whole lot of people trying to, it been the few names I've already mentioned. It be a Ken, John Boedu, John assistant, or my brother. My name is but or no, so he works right hand to John. The woman that I can't, I shouldn't be mentioning her name, and few others. Yes, in fact, even Bumpty himself was part of. He has a copy of that legal document that you have.
Now,
Who is
apart from politics group, no, are there people outside Bia almost try to talk to you?
Talking to me or
trying to negotiate, basically, let's say it that way.
There's been countless people I guess party favors they've tried, and I've told them I don't want to, which you have recordings of it, I don't want to take Obia Sika to make it look me Sika because so if anybody thinks that they want to solve this issue, they should contact my legal team, and that those things have been negotiated like that. Yeah.
I want to ask you a straightforward question. The president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has he ever threatened you before?
I wouldn't say he's directly threatened me, but he's told me, if so, Sanya brand Sanawanya the position, if anybody dares, that is a threat because I was daring him.
Was it a telephone conversation or was it a text message?
It was a telephone conversation.
And he specifically said, can you quote him?
Or say that this was October 1st when we were having that argument, and he just said, like picture that me posted and then other things I have on my phone. I made me feel I opened up a YouTube account and I gave him the password. It was a secret account. I gave him the password to it, and I don't know, so name YouTube most, and he went on like, if it comes out, then or no, sana what brand sana when you're in a position, if anybody dares. So yes, we'll bring in a political career down, and I think it's a threat, but not like I'll kill you, any of that, no.
Okay, you said you have some questions for some people, and on the line, no, because if those people don't come out to confirm their Kenya, as I spoke to your legal team, no, they will give me the green light to bring you back the part 2, and then whatever materials is there, no materials are no, you bet to me they are 12 today. I'm going to allow you to talk to people you know directly. They have talked to you. You have spoken to them. They know this matter. And because you want to protect your credibility, now Mobiati, I say, you are not doing this for money, but there are people who know about all this and all that happened. I'm just going to allow you to do that part if you're comfortable.
Sure. Before I do that, a little something small about what PTSD is. And because I'm a medical way, so let me just talk something about it. Me ba bontin me be kasa October and I say, oh, Addo Akufo-Addo, I mean, I've suffered PTSD, which I'm still suffering PTSD. It's a post-traumatic disorder. It doesn't mean meaning the America, you go on people's page and they write, oh, na konum wedro. If say generally, about 80% of people suffers PTSD. And yes, obi di tu obesi wo so nkwa. Obi wo ha wanyem. And when you miscarriage, that person has this fear. Say, me when you car accident, your brain sends this sharp signal, allowing you to start fearing for your life, to think, say, I didn't maybe a tool, there's a whole lot of examples. In my case, what happened to me is because of a mammy and Sadi Chujina Mene and Kofoso, to na ye car door. My sister go for all the time, so mobo no be my name car door. They slammed it on my foot, so I suffered hematoma. And ama a fear be my brain signals me. So when I'm not my brain will tell me, say, hey, you may not be safe. Then I have to pack my hair very way to my surroundings. My hair very me check it na my packing, na my taking deep breath. Me fear me say I've put security cameras all over the place and I still don't feel safe. And the worst part was when Hobson decided say me fear address, me birth certificate, me information, me mankophobia. And no be na ama boy be oti krom ha minimum no see onim me. Ejina court say because of my personal information omode beto abonten. So before I go that 9% go for what PTSD and yes will be about them. I am sure say will be our 9 out of 10 people watching us would have suffered something called PTSD, whether you've been raped before, teacher be our school or boom, into they say will be because I know will be all cry a starve on you be net here. Command the science and the PTSD is just something you've suffered whether you've even witnessed obi or who say abuse obi and a car obi and who accident be, and you have this panic when you are approached with such a situation. So that's all there is to that.
How
now
yeah, with your family, your new Wankasa family on your, how did it affect you? Your relationship with your family or and your partner, how did this affect psychologically?
You have absolutely no idea, and it's still going on. You know, I'm a mother of boys, and boys in your mama, you can tell. So when they knew I was down, I mean, like I said, baby, I've worked there for 17 good years. The only time I take off is to go on vacation. And for me to have taken time off because of this PTSD, it's a big deal. And before I'm able to say for the questions I want to ask, all these people who have a copy of the document you have, they also got a copy of my medical records. They requested the emails between me and the president, or between me and a Canadian government, between me and the embassy, between me and victims abroad Canada. They have detailed information before the compensation team would agree on anything. They had information as to how much time I've missed from work, how much trauma I suffered, who I saw, what I took, what therapy I went through, and here we are.
So we will come to your final part where you want to pose some questions. How do you feel when you hear other women sit on platforms to make you feel, say, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a liar, and that they are superhumans, that they will never go through such a thing? You treat you also. You form, you don't know a second the gun could go off. You know, the moment they tell yourself, oh, when you see from na it could go off. Maybe a nipa and means obesity, but also because in a rush and all that, they could make a mistake and pull the trigger. What are you going to tell women, especially women in Ghana, who are going through different forms of these kind of harassment near they from men near they? You are a clear example, somebody who has experienced this and has decided, say, you want to speak about it. What are you going to tell them?
Kevin, the gun was not only going off while I was lying on the floor. The gun was going off while I was still in the car, shooting all over the place, asking me to get out. Miss Mabo seatbelt, and I wasn't aware of myself. Within that few minutes, said I had to take off the seatbelt. So I had to get help from Mohammed to say, Eva, take off your seatbelt. So this trauma, these people who are all there saying, and you say, all I want to say is pray it doesn't happen to you. And pray that if it happens to you, it will not be a person that you trusted as a friend who would actually send people after you. Because you would never know until you're in that situation. You will never know. And yes, a tuono could have even got me. What if I had a high blood pressure? You don't know. Situation. Attack me. I know said they didn't tell the persons to kill me. Because in recent conversations, while they are trying to debate back and forth, they have actually said, if they knew Hobson will fuck up, excuse my Italian, if they knew Hobson will make a mistake, typing Serwaa on the way for me to come back and find that, they should and would have killed me. They didn't know that I will come back and find the evidence. So, put yourself in this situation, says, unuya, or cousin, or mommy, whatever. And somebody, has done this to me. And the fact that my finding out, the person is not sorry for what they did. They are sorry that they are caught. And that person wishes, saying, no one say, me a chairman, same way in Abba, and Kebianka, Okume. I mean, who does that?
So it's been confirmed from Omankasa that Hobson Adoye did not really follow the plan and he messed up.
Not that he messed up to kill me. He messed up when he came in the computer, when he came in my room, and used the password. Maybe he was supposed to clean it after, I don't know, but they messed up. And if they knew it would be like this, I would have been killed. Or we would have been killed.
What do you want to personally share with women in Ghana, especially? We know our society, the customs, the traditions. Your baby bro, they are facing worse things. Because when needs to be because you also have family, you have kids. It's not easy. what would you tell them? Because people need to start speaking.
I think, sir, we are all not the same. This is a bold step for me, but I'm also a very strong person. And you'll be honest to say me. But even if you cannot tell your story, to come on a camera to tell your story, maybe you should trust somebody to tell your story for you. Because these people are wicked people, criminals, and yet politicians. And they are people, just random people who are also like Akufo-Addo himself. And it's really terrible. You cannot sympathize. This is where I bring Dokua into this. I'm older than her, but I could be her bigger sister. Her father introduced me to her as his friend. She saw me sleeping next door.
Dokua, Akufo-Addo Baba no.
Yes.
Okay.
Dokua, the one who recently got married or something of a sort. She would come into that room. I would also communicate with her. We would sit and eat together, travel in the same car. And this has happened. And Oyobi and Papa Nene are very close and they communicate. You have not been able to tell your dad, say, you know what you did is wrong. And you knowing your dad, I am sure you know what he's capable of. And the same thing goes for the wife. Topless photo I heard the woman's reactions because when nobody, she knew say or no. When you guys were saying Photoshop, she knew and she's been in that room. That particular room, when you go into the washroom where Onosoko, she uses that same room.
Otunfo guest house.
Otunfo guest house. There's the jacuzzi bath on the right hand side to the back. Then there's a left side where besides the toilet seat, they have that urinal or toto or like a small, it looks like Ghana for because a small toilet seat. And that is where the government, the president will always put his sponge bag. And he uses coconut oil, and he would put his coconut oil in front of the vanity washroom. She saw that photo and she knew that was her husband. And I'm not the first. There have been countless girls who has this man's photos, videos, whatever, and the cleanup team will compensate them. A lot of them are in my inbox as well since October. So I would have hoped, say, her being a mother, I mean, she could give birth to me. Her being a mother, her being the first lady of whatever, you would urge your husband to do the right thing, even if the mistake has been done. But I mean, I don't know if this is their normal lifestyle or whatever, but Samia, I would be frustrated. She saw that photo and the conversation she had with people, I heard it. She was very upset and disappointed, but still, here we are.
Awedi Serwaa o manona busa asem keke Otunfo guest house wo Kumasi sebio asem se akwesi na se Otunfo guest house abam dia and say osana na so frem nyina atwemaso because the guest house one and mo didi achentwe anana nka bibia mfa ho de
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but let me say Otunfo is aware of the situation that is going on. And I think he tried his best to try and solve it. So he approached some people, and the Euphoria-ters and the people that are on the Akufo-Addo side, didn't want Otunfo to get to know the details of the incident. So they would always stop my lawyers or Menkoho saying they will put them back. So he's aware of the situation, but as to how much he knows, I don't know. But he's aware. He has tried.
Yeah. Which hotel ben na reside here hopes na do didn't say account your hotel ben
Golden Tulip
Hotel. Now oka lawyers asemi has the president and his team, his compensation team, I know sir, from what you are saying they have met your lawyer. Has there been any confrontation between your lawyers and any omo?
Well, we don't know directly. I guess you're referring to the breaking and entry that happened. So that when the legal team started with them and the battle started getting one night, the law firm got broken in. Law firm, apparently they've had it for about 15 years. And for the first time, it was broken into. Laptop, but I mean, they did a damage of about $10,000.
Okay. So just leave it. You said you had some people you want to pose some questions to because it will move us to part 2 of this interview. Oh, Tiemia, this is part 1. We stayed within the lawyers. After these questions on the Bible, if reactions be amba, they are promising said they will grant us access to all materials to publish audios, videos, pictures. But before the interview, we had this agreement say you have some people you really want to send some message to because they know, you know, and you guys all know what is happening. You can go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, there are a lot of names that I would not be able to mention, but the few people a few people are omudiaba already, no. A bit to say JB. The person who said JB, they say
JB
discussion. John Buedu, or is the national secretary, is the national whatever, of the MPP party. The person who said and said discussion ben or name me have between October 2019 and January 2021. Crime ben obi committee yenti na or try say or ben negotiate and obi no or hwan or the boss na the boss ben and no committed crime be against me and or no ejinema negotiate compensation percentage ben and what compensation no ma otua de ma me like I'm running in Abrofo, so I'm trying to read and you can say mention it. And more and or far almost the percentage no breme no almost so percentage ben or multi free. And a video ben na ono JB no video ben na me no nyina atena ase hwe ya ema akire no ofa so kura teasy president no na ama sesei no call baby okoka asem foforo se wonhu ye na so conversation recorded that only other people so have you Kevin has a copy of it all confirm say he had actually seen the video na your video ben hwan video no edin na omo ye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are straightforward questions. I think I have one last. I want you to confirm this.
I have a lot.
Okay.
And I'm a person who say, or no, why did he feel the need say, and son or more better abano? No, say, or calm me down. Na me can be dian and anka me babeka. So that goes for JB. Now I have a question for Tiwa, lady
Tiwa
CID
Dankwa,
boss.
former CID boss.
Yes, former CID no. Any assistant Felix nena na time hopes in omo oba hona omo interrogate no. Ni team no ka so ombeko hopsin efie akoye further investigation. Me what chat of it Kevin or copy of it. Den ti na omo agina so say afi de ombeko hopsin fie akohe say omo benya made who bibi. In fact, we share conversation no kra me ka say by now dey say bibi kra eni ni fie and the person me money din. Well, let me say I responded say sometimes will be fat ade and rate me fin ho na copy bi wo ho. Enti na ye den enti de nyina so no mu nya ye. Na omo ye me hopes and fingerprints no. Na omo ye fingerprints of my laptop no. Was there a match? Na was no aba ho abeso so me yi ma na me laptop mu. Na mpese me ho so say me case file no akosi sen e den na bae. And then
so Madam Tiwa is not the CID boss now. Into this question you are directing it to the current CID boss, Kenny Abua. So Madam Tiwa is at Yoko now, but it's good say you are referring to because on a position. But I know say new boss Abano docket I don't think it's a docket yet actually. So he can also respond to this. All right.
Okay. Inti Ekufuado so one personal doctors, your friend or Dr. Gordon or Fair Labi. And Michael Opoku or your colonel, just me fancy no hopes in a boss. I want to know, say, Omunyana between 2019 and 2020, why were they negotiating compensation with me?
You can mention your name again.
Colonel Michael Opoku and Dr. Gordon Ofelabi.
Okay.
And I hope so I have a question for him. Minimum baby, you binti, and I'm a me still. And opesa chese who okay. Nti me pese me hu say ono no why na instructed no say omra me shia me wo airport sa Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019. Why na ka so me shia me? And why na bookie a man is schedule bookie sa hotel rooms na nka ye 5 days. Then so after robbery ninti no me end up stay 10 days extra 5 days na kufu ado na sa betu ya. Why na tu ya first 5 days no why na man is ska? Because we name your baby and I'm name your baby for him to book a room that is $230 a night for 5 days for me. Until I'm trying to figure out or no. So on they said they be on Facebook. So I'm my answer. Why na suma no? That's all senior be na suma na. Then I'll come back with the evidence for him. And then Kennedy Japan so on I think I've already asked in the beginning. Say and be all this kebia mamedana because on first kebia mameda. And also on also no on it JB any Colonel Michael Opoku committee no. Edien no mu committee ko discuss yenti ana omo epese omo compensate me with a certain amount. Na eden anana ma ye adwuma bia mo no mutu ameka. Okay, and then Akufo-Addo Nankasa himself, I have a message for him. A debe messages nana me send na no so sorry no I send ya koma JB. And a dear bad dear na no sure se beba bontin din antina de bi opese JB calm me down, JB calm me down. Na a den so na man he decided say he will even negotiate a compensation with me. I didn't know compensating me for. I would like to know.
All right. Okay, so you just heard it for yourself. This is the first part of our interview. There's part 2. And I know those people are they are watching. It's better you guys respond. Say we don't compensate. So president, you know, he will not go further to tell all these people I mentioned, and I say Serwaa mudin. So I think say you people have enough platform to tomorrow go out there. Say Serwaa boa, you can come out and say there Evelyn there are no text messages, there are no audios. You know nothing about Akufo-Addo and this lady's relationship. The president too, question has been put to him. Omu defend the president. I hope he said tomorrow, no, you better catch the presidency, no, and I said Oma Yabomudin said to come out and do what? Tell the world, say it's a lie or it's true. Remember, there's a part 2 of this interview, and then we wanted you to understand the basics and put some questions out. Thank you very much, Evelyn. I am very, very much pleased. You've given a lot of women voice in Ghana, around the world. Some people might not be happy tonight, but the bigger picture is you have shown courage. You have shown, say, it does not matter how people see you, where they classify you, how they classify you, they group you under whatever. At the end of the day, you have proven that some things need to be talked about or spoken of. And I'm also urging young women, I'm urging people out there, Ghanaians, who want to tell us their story. It's about time. We made people out there with power understand that they cannot abuse their office. They cannot use the power against we the people, and especially women in Ghana and around the world. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Trust me,
Kevin,
I am very much appreciative.
Yeah, on behalf of myself and my family and everybody. Although Mebusiafo don't want this happening, but I love you guys. I respect you, and that is the reason why there's a limited information being shared here. The MPS will be when it's a social media in your court. So the legal team is there, and the legal processing will still continue. This is an ongoing situation, and it hasn't ended. The legal piece will still go on. And thank you all. Kevin, thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. All right. So that was the interview with Evelyn. And as you can see here, you've heard it for yourself. We are not going to pick phone calls. The part 2 will be coming very soon. Depends the reaction from all these people. And the good thing about the kind of say, or date, or time, or location, or boding, or name, emanisi. Ya bought audio from Madam Tiwa's office. Tomorrow, we expect to get some reaction. Say reaction number, we will be forced. And that is the conversation I had with her legal team in Canada. They will sign the legal documents with us to hand over videos, pictures to us to use, because this is the only way that we'll get them the information they need. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here tonight. It's been a pleasure. The time you spent with me here, we always bring you the facts. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost, Mr. S, Mr. P. All of you guys, thank you very much for this production. It's been a wonderful night. It's Easter Sunday. Be good. We will meet here tomorrow. I'll be back to talk about Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. Let me try and get you Weala to end today's show. If Weala is going to play. If our system is not going to allow us, I would like to say thank you and good night.